back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Sunday, December 1st. Here's a look at the thumbnail from yesterday's day in the life of a reseller vlog. As you can see, we showed you guys a few items that sold. There is my handsome face in the middle there, and storage unit finds. We got into a few more storage unit finds. I talked a little bit about buying storage units and showed you guys a few Thanksgiving Day leftovers. The day in the life of a reseller, it was a good one. Give that one a watch. Of course, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you know we kind of left off with a little suspense. I was going to get into these two backpacks we found in the storage unit we purchased in Everett for just $40. I pulled two backpacks that I have yet to look into. We're going to do that a little bit later. We got plans to head into town first. Here's a look at the two backpacks I was telling you about. As you can see, we got this cute little Ewok Star Wars inspired backpack, as well as this other one here, kind of a school backpack. A nice looking backpacks. We'll get into those and see what's in them later. This morning I was taking a second look at a few videos I captured on my trip down south to the Rendezvous. We went down there to watch Forest Collective headline a show, and was taking a look at some of those performance videos and putting out a few more clips out, both in the short section as well as a few long form videos. So some of that content is now up on my channel if you want to give Forest Collective a watch and give them a follow on socials. Let's give a listen to D. Mikey's verse on the song Roll With Us, and give them a listen and see what Forest Collective is all about. So there's a little taste of D. Mikey's verse on that song there, accompanied by Tyler Soze, Webb Wavy, and Lamont Hendricks on drums, also known as Forest Collective. Give those guys a follow if you enjoy that. So for those of you who might be new to the channel, my name is Brian Kingsbury. I'm a full-time reseller. I've got 2 eBay stores, over 6,000 items listed, and this channel kind of details the ins and outs of the business. I show you guys what we're buying. I show you what we're listing. Of course, I always show you guys what sold. Today we're going to run some orders into town, drop them off at the post office, and my wife has to go by Lowe's. So I think we're going to take a look at the decorations at Lowe's. It is Christmas season. They got a lot of nice decorations, and we're going to get in there and see what is available. There's a look at the tote full of orders we got to drop off at the post office on our way. So I packed up orders out of the big store. We had a few. I can show you those later, but here is the small store. This is the last 8 items I got in the small store. We were listing some books. We were listing some VHS. Then we got started on these polo shirts. There's 3 nice polos. Travis Matthew, Connie Gold, and Antigua, gray, black, and red. So nice polos going up into the small store. So that's one of the tips I can give you guys. If you want to try to manage 2 stores, you got to keep those new listings going up into both stores in order to keep those sales flowing in. Kind of neglected the small store a little bit, so we haven't had as many sales out of the small store as of late. So we're going to try to get into that small store and list a few items this week. As you can see, we still have plenty of inventory left from the buy at Goodwill the last couple weeks. We've been going on sale day and loading up on inventory, so we got plenty to list once we get right back from this trip into town. And don't forget, we're going to get into these backpacks as well. There you go. We'll give you a little sneak peek. That's what we're going to get into. There's all kinds of fun zippers on these, so you never know what we'll find in those. So I think the plan is to go into town, head to Lowe's to pick up some stuff for a project my wife's working on, and then we're going to go to Squires Lake, get a little exercise in, take a walk around the lake, and of course we're going to take the camera with us so that I can show you guys all the sights and sounds. So let's hit the road and see what we can see today. Now that we got those orders dropped off, I think we're going to head to the hardware store to try to pick up some rubber cement and light bulbs. That's the plan next. purchase of the day. Light bulbs and rubber cement. Alright, we got our rubber cement purchased as well as our light bulbs. Next stop is Squires Lake. Let's go. Alright, we made it here to Squires Lake. We're gonna take this little hike and give you guys a look around. We made it up here to Squires Lake. Let me give you guys a quick look at the lake here before we begin walking around. We made it back from the hike, had a good hike around Squires Lake, and now, as promised, we're going to get into these bags. We're going to take a look and see what we can find. We'll get through them. I'll show you guys if we find anything interesting, but we're going to kind of go fast through these, so stay tuned. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but there was a sewing kit in there, a nice pink sewing kit. Let me give you a look. There it is, all kinds of threads ready to go. There was a nice looking belt, and as well as two kind of cool hats. This a little woman's hat here, two women's hats, and a couple scarves. You saw those, and looks like this is a handle to a bag of some sort, Adidas bag. And this might be like a part of a, what do you call it? Stretchy, what do you call it? Corset, a corset, yeah. So that's probably worth a few bucks as well. So that's what we got in bag number one. Let's take a look at the next bag. So I didn't notice it at first, but in that sewing kit was a watch. There was a little watch here. I'm not sure. Is this something special? Let me know if you guys know what kind of watch this is. It looks pretty fancy, but it doesn't turn on, so I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it was in that sewing kit. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with bag number two. We're going to put it all out here on the table, then give you guys a look at it once we're done. Let's take a look. Give you guys a look at it once we're done. Let's look. Alright, just as I suspected, this was kind of a school bag, but there was some interesting items in here nonetheless, stuff that we would probably sell. Look at this, there was this Kindle book, stuff that you can read on, and a couple headphones, chargeable headphones. This was kind of interesting. I don't know really what it is. It's a plug-in pen of some sort. So maybe like a calligraphy pen or something. We'll have to do a little more research and find out what this is. You plug it in and probably put ink in there. Maybe it's a calligraphy pen. That's my best guess. But there was a bunch of like unopened like scrapbooking stuff. We could put this stuff together and maybe make a lot out of this stuff. So there's a lot of potential to make a little bit of money here. There's a little game here, Reasons Why I Love You. So we could sell that. Some nicer markers. There was all kinds of markers and pens and all kinds of Sharpies and stuff. And then there was a couple books here. They look to be kind of like journal type books, so we'll have to go through there. One of them was not a journal, but the other ones were, I think. So we'll have to check those out, see what they're all about, see if they're empty. We could probably resell them if they're empty. There was also these books down here, Creativity, it looks like coloring books of some sort. Pretty cool little coloring books though, and we'll have to look at these, see if they're anything worth selling. Art Nouveau, and then more scrapbooking stuff, all kinds of scrapbooking stuff we could easily, and then some envelopes. We can always use envelopes. Yeah, that'll save us some money. We can use these to pack up orders. So there's a look at all the scrapbooking stuff we got. We could easily make a couple lots of scrapbooking stuff, make a few bucks that way. Not a lot of money to be made, but you know, people do enjoy scrapbooking and they're always looking for stickers and all kinds of fun pens and whatnot to do it with. And we got plenty to go around here, so easily could we make a few bucks off of this little lot of stuff. I think the biggest money item was maybe these headphones or this pen or this Kindle. So we'll have to see if this stuff all works, you know, plug it in, do some testing. We also have some neon crayons and some other crayons there. So all kinds of fun stuff, typical book bag stuff, and we could definitely make a few bucks here. This is a little tape measure. We could put that in the sewing kit down here probably, right? That goes pretty well. We found that watch in there, the hat's in there. So a lot of good sellable stuff here. So obviously that was not the big money haul that you were expecting from a book bag, but sometimes some book bags are better than others. We did find some nice stuff that we can sell in there. That's the good news. A lot of times stuff in bags is just stuff you could throw away. So we're finding money. You know, it just has to be $5 to $10 at a time. That's kind of the story of my life as a reseller. And that's what you got to get used to when you do a unit like this. Decide if it's worth making $5 to $10 or if you want to just focus on the higher priced items. Of course, we still have that tote full of purses to go through. We have yet to look through all those. And those might have more interesting stuff in them. I did notice that they did have some contents in them, so they weren't all completely empty. So we'll have to go through those, check all the pockets, make sure there's no money left behind. That's kind of the fun part of doing a unboxing like this. You buy a storage unit with a bunch of bags, you got to go through it. You got to go through it kind of careful too, because you never know what you're going to find in one of those pockets. You know, you got to be careful sometimes. Put some gloves on if you're feeling a little leery about the unit. This one seemed to be pretty clean and probably free from stuff that you won't want to poke your finger on. So we're doing all right so far, finding some good money in these boxes and bags. And hopefully we'll find some more. So I was looking at this watch a little bit more. This is a Samsung Galaxy watch, and you see here there's one listed for $202. Below that, another one kind of similar for $200. So these might be something of value. Obviously, we can't get it to fire up yet, so if it doesn't work, it's not worth that kind of money, but could be worth $100. Who knows? All right, it's about 5 o'clock now. We got through those bags. We got a good, nice load of fresh inventory out of that, but I'm going to take a little break for early dinner and get back to work after that. All right, dinner is served. We're having some tilapia, some yams from Thanksgiving, as well as some potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Yum. Alright, so I just conquered dinner, conquered that big plate of food, and I realized I haven't showed you guys what sold today. We did have 3 sales that came in earlier today, and we got 2 more waiting for me to pack them up. Let's take a look and see what sold this morning. For $17.59, I sold this extra large Tommy Bahama yellow silk pocket dress shirt, button-up short sleeve, so a nice looking Tommy Bahama. Had the leaves on it. I listed this November 24, so it didn't take long at all to sell. That was one of the newer listings. Tommy Bahama is always a good brand to pick up when you can get it priced right. I think I picked this up for $1.99 at Goodwill, so decent little profit on a nice Tommy Bahama shirt. Next item that sold for $23.13. It's an extra small Hollister California gray hooded sweatshirt, extra small cotton polyester blend. So a nice looking Hollister California hoodie, gray with the white and the black stripes. You can see it says Hollister across the front. Kind of hard to read there. There you can see it a little better in the white lettering with the famous bird flying there. This is extra small, so not in big demand for a size that small. But we got this one sold. And nice looking sale. Third item sold for $12.96. It is a Boca Gear Volunteer blue and gray baseball hat, snapback, one size fits all. I think I got this one at Value Village. Sometimes I'll go to Value Village and check the hat section and look for the ones on sale. So I think I did pick this one up for about $2. It said Volunteer on the front, but I kind of like the coloring with the blue and the orange and the gray. It's from the Ragnar race. They have that every year. This is a Boca Gear hat, as you can see, and it's that trucker style with the vented back and a nice snapback. So a good quality hat. Boca Gear is well known. Polyester, and glad to have this one sold. So there you saw 3 orders that we packed up earlier this morning and went out in the mail when we went into town. I dropped those off at the post office already, but we had 2 more orders come in while we're out there hiking Squires Lake. Let's take a look and see what sold. There you see 2 more orders for $30.52, $30.52. Let's see what sold. For $17.59, we sold this. It's a Cabela's black, gray, and pink crew neck t-shirt top, long sleeve, size medium, women's. So it's a women's Cabela's shirt. Kind of like the nice green stitching. It was pretty unique. You saw that with the gray and the black, but oftentimes you don't see that pink stitching. Nice looking Cabela's size medium women's shirt. So I went through the women's section. Sometimes I'll go through the athletic section, women's section, and see what we can find. This is a little base layer shirt, size medium. And this one sold. Didn't take too long. Listed at July 31st, and here it is. It already sold. Alright, the second item we sold for $12.93. You'll see a trend here. A lot of people are looking to layer up as the weather changes. This is for a large bound gray thermal crew neck t-shirt top. Cotton polyester blend men's shirt. So a nice thermal shirt. Not a lot of profit to be made on this one, but we picked this up for $2, sold it for $12 and change, so there is some profit on this. Size large, Abound, not a well-known brand, made in Bangladesh, cotton polyester blend, 60/40. There's the back, so a nice looking thermal shirt sold. So I'm gonna go grab those two items. We'll print some more labels and start filling that tote up again. It seems like a lot of people are starting to layer up, right? The weather is changing and they're looking to stay warm this winter, and they need an extra layer. And plenty of us, we got plenty of those listed into the store, and there's always plenty more at the thrift. So if you just look for that kind of the thermal base layer type of shirts, you go through the long sleeve section, you'll find plenty of that. Alright, now that we got those orders packed up, I'm gonna head into the photo station, grab 10 more items to photograph and list. We're just gonna grab off of the stack that we already have ready to go. Let's take a look. Alright, so we got a couple stacks of inventory there. We grabbed off this stack on the right, as you can see, and down here we have 13 items, actually 13. We grabbed a few t-shirts as well, and the rest of the polo shirts. Let's give you a quick look at what we got to photograph tonight. A Greg Norman extra large play dry t-shirt. Here's a Nike t-shirt. What size is this one? It is a size medium Nike with a gray t-shirt. Here's an Eddie Bauer free dry, kind of a green blue t-shirt. We got a Fruit of the Loom 3XLT basic white crew neck t-shirt. We got a extra large Brooks blue kind of running style t-shirt. And another Eddie Bauer t-shirt, Eddie Bauer blue t-shirt. Here's a Nord souvenir. It's from Norway. Yeah, so let's get the Norway flag on there. It's extra large, kind of a flag t-shirt. And we're into the polo shirts. Here we got a Nike Golf, says a Nike League, kind of a basketball style dry fit. It says it's a 4XL, so a big one there. Here's a Tommy Bahama extra large, and a Great Northwest extra large. Another Greg Norman play dry, kind of an orange, reddish orange. And a Foundry 3XL gray with the blue and white stripes. And finally another Foundry 3XL. This one has the pocket on the front there. 3XL, kind of a light red polo shirt. So there you have it. So I'm going to put this camera down, grab the other camera, knock out those photos, and hopefully get a few more listings up tonight. Alright, it's a little after 9 o'clock now. I was able to get a few listings up into the big store, but I think I'm going to call an end to this day in the life of a reseller vlog. It was a busy day today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this content and you'll be back for some more in the future. If you haven't yet, please take a second to hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and make these videos a regular part of your day. Thanks for watching this one to the very end. We'll see you on the next one.